You cool if I tell you something just real quick? You cool? You may be feeling like God has just left you and that he's forsaken you and that he letting life just mink up you every second. Every time you look, you feel like life is doing something to you and God is nowhere to be found. Let me tell you this. He has not left you, okay? He hasn't left you at all. He hasn't left you to figure things out by yourself. He isn't punishing you for anything, okay? But I'm going to get into why you're experiencing this life in back to back. When we experience things back to back to back and it feels like God is nowhere to be found, or we even can sometimes feel this personal conviction of like, what did I do to deserve this? Or this is God's way of punishing me. But in all actuality, it's God's way of bringing you closer to him. Okay? When we go through these different situations, it is meant for us to be pulled and drawn closer to God. But God is such a gentleman. He is not going to force his way in your life. He is not going to force you to call on him. He is not going to force you just to humble yourself before him. Or he's not going to force you to tell him how you feeling. He waits for you. That's how good our God is. Like, he will sit and he will wait for you to be ready to bring your problems to him. He waits for us. And here's how I know that God has not left you and that he sits and he waits for you to come to him with every single problem, okay? So last year I experienced a breakup that was just something that I thought I was not going to get through at all. But it wasn't until I finally decided to surrender the situation to God. I let him know, God, I don't want to experience this breakup alone. I don't know what to do. I want to lean on you. I don't like how I'm feeling on a daily. And I listed out every single feeling that I felt. I gave it all to God. I was real with him. I told him that I was embarrassed. I felt betrayed. Every feeling that we don't want to feel, I gave it right to God. And by me taking the time to just humble myself before God, include him in the healing process and understand that it wasn't him punishing me, but it was his way of drawing me closer to him. Because God knew what I needed to get me back to him. He knew what it was going to take for me to start talking to him again, for me to fully surrender, for me to really begin to walk in the purpose that he has given me. He knew what it was going to take. And yeah, he took a relationship from me. But when I say what he replaced, way bigger than the relationship. And through the ending of the relationship that I was previously in, birth a new relationship between me and God. I'm better mentally because of the time that I took for myself. I know my worth. I've been able to experience different things that I probably would not have been able to experience while being in the relationship. I'm walking in my purpose. That's a big thing. Like, I feel whole. I feel complete. And it's because I took the time to acknowledge God and include him. And we made that exchange. I gave him my weakness. He gave me strength. I gave him my confusion. He gave me clarity. I gave him all of the chaos that I was feeling. And he extended peace to me. But not only that, his love showered over me daily. It showed me that no matter what state I'm in, that I can take it to God and he will love me and he will nurture me just as I need to be loved and nurtured. So with all that being said, let's reframe your mindset. Let's reprogram this. God is not punishing you. God has not left you. But he's drawing you closer to him. You are going to thank him in the long run for the situation that has left you feeling the way that you feel. Because when you come up out of it, you're going to be top tier. You're going to come out a new person, but you have to do things the right way. You have to go about the healing process the right way. You have to acknowledge God. Ask him to show you what it is that he wants you to get from this situation. Ask him to show you what it is that he wants you to lay down and to surrender to him. Ask him and show him what shifts need to be made within so that you can fully grasp his move and what's going on. You have to pray that prayer, not my will be done, God, but let your will be done. And you have to actually let him move in your life. I love you, Authentic Bestie. You got this. God is with you. I'm rooting for you. Don't give up. He has not left you. Go talk to him about it right now.